Good morning. We're going to be talking about picture hanging today, and specifically gallery hanging as you go up a staircase wall. It can be a little bit tricky sometimes, so I'm going to share one of my favorite tricks and tips with you that will make it simpler and give you some step-by-step guidelines to follow that I think will make life much easier if you remember to go step by step. So what we're going to do first is decide how we want to position on the staircase itself. Okay, so this is going to be a little awkward because if I go up a couple of steps, I get into shadow, and so you can't see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to stand here and talk about what I'm going to do. But basically, we have to first figure out how we're going to do the grouping, and you decide on an overall shape. In this case, it's basically going to be one big rectangle. So what I did is positioned my tape measure where the wall starts here. And then I measured all the way up to the top of this stair. It was basically about 9 feet. So then I came back and I got the width of the paintings, and all of these were about 22 inches, and there were 3. So I said 22 times 3 is 66 inches. So you take the overall minus 66. And that gives you the amount of space that you have that's going to be at the beginning and at the end and in between each picture. So you just divide it out to get what your equally spaced distance should be. Now, after I do that, sometimes I step back and really just eyeball it because, for instance, the math showed that we needed about 10 inches, but it felt tight here. So I expanded it out to 15 to begin with, and then just sort of eyeballed it from there, that point on. And when we stood back, it felt better to the eye. So it's really kind of a combination of common sense, using your eyes, and the math. So then we have to figure out height. And because we are doing a gallery and it is on a staircase, I wanted each picture to be at eye level as we're walking up. So here's the great trick. And we're dealing not with the width of the painting, but with the height. So we're going to turn it over on its back, take our handy dandy little tape measure, and measure, and here I see that our overall height is 15.5 inches. So I'm going to divide 15.5 by 2. And I should have brought my calculator, but that's going to be somewhere around
7.5 inches.
7.5 inches. Thank you very much, Sarah. So then we're going to measure up from the bottom to 7.5 inches, and you can see I've already made my little pin mark there. So that tells me that this is the exact center of the painting. Now this is the step everybody always forgets. You cannot forget this step. You're then going to put your tape measure on the mark, and you're going to pull up to where the wire is taut, and that is at 7 inches. So then, because standard eye height is 60 inches, and we want the middle of this to be at standard eye height, we're going to say 60 inches plus 7. And that is where not the nail, but the hook goes. So because I'm working off of a stair and not off of the floor, I'm going to put my tape on the stair, and then I'm going to measure up to 67 inches, and that is where the hook of the hanger needs to hit, not the nail, the hook. Then I hang this painting. I do the exact same procedure with each one, deciding which stair I want it to be over. And then, voila, as I'm walking up the stair, eye level, eye level, eye level. So we have a beautifully aligned gallery wall going up your staircase with each one at the exact same height. Cool trick. Try it today. I think you'll like it.